He left showbiz 20 years ago, but Edmund Chen still has many fans. Edmund is best known for his role as a traffic cop in the 1989 SBC drama Patrol. The TV series was where he met his actress wife Xiang Yin. Together, the couple have a son and a daughter. His Gen Z daughter Yixin has followed in her parents' footsteps. Yixin's first leading role was in the Netflix series Mr. Midnight. She has since appeared in other dramas and also in commercials. Hello, I'm Sumiko Tan, and this is Sumiko at 60, a new series by the Straits Times on aging well in Singapore. In this episode, we're going to talk about ageism. This is a term that refers to the stereotypes and prejudices people face because of their age, although I'm sure everyone will agree that older people have it worse. Hi, Edmund and Yixin. Thanks very much for joining us. I thought to start off, let's confess our age. I was born in December 1963, which makes me 60 still. Edmund?
Well, first off, welcome Sumiko-san. Welcome to Club 60.
Oh dear.
Well, I'm Feb 62.
Okay.
I'm 24 this year, born on 26 April 2000.
Right.
Year of the Dragon.
Year of the Dragon. Okay. So, do you think there is ageism in Singapore?
Ageism is prevalent in Singapore. I think in all countries it is very, very present. And unfortunately, with this, in our industry, it's definitely more obvious that we're going through it. So yeah, I think it's a really meaningful topic to be talking about and discussed today, and really happy to be here.
Right, thanks.
Yeah.
So when you say like in showbiz, right,
Yeah.
ageism is a big thing.
Unfortunately, it's definitely harder for the aging population. For us, okay, if you are gonna ask for my generation, I think we do experience it in different ways. For example, recently I started off my own swimwear brand, my own beachwear brand, Bake. And I think it is hard when I go through meetings with new investors or manufacturers and designers. I think I lack the credibility, accountability because of my age, and also the negative connotation to Generation Z, Gen Z. I think that itself shows quite a bit of ageism, but it's nothing I can't handle. I mean, personally, I cannot handle. It's nothing I cannot handle.
Edmund, when you turned 60, how did you feel?
Oh wow! If I might sort of like I'm locked in a cave, without any context to the outside world, I might not even realize I hit 60. It's pretty much, I think there are two aspects to it. It's the internal and the external. The external is how people perceive of you, and the internal is how you can look after yourself. So just to touch on the ageism kind of issue, we have to, as we age, we have to develop a self-awareness as to be aware of your pros and cons, your advantages, and make the best out of it.
Right.
Yeah.
But personally for you, because you're kind of in the public eye still.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you feel like shy about your age?
In a way, especially in an Asian world. I don't know. I got some friends from the Western industry. They are very proud to share, hey, I'm 60 and I'm telling you this and this. I have this wrinkle on my face, and I'm showing my naked face and things like that. But for Asian, it's a bit tough. But we are becoming very receptive, and we embrace it.
I think it's really a proud thing to, for me personally, I always tell my dad, like, oh my God, you should be proud that you're 62, you know what I mean? But then, especially on Instagram, I'll be like, oh my God, happy birthday, happy 62nd birthday. And he'll be like, why did you expose
why do you use
my
the number?
age? But I'm like, it should be something you're proud of. But
Yeah.
I think innately and culturally, it's something that maybe it's not something to be proud of.
Right.
But I think in this current generation, it's something that, for example, there's another you can go viral for that. You know, for our generation, we see that as content. You know what I
Right.
mean? Or something to definitely be.
She got go without filter. Just
go
be
without
yourself.
filter.
Yeah,
and
like
be
even when you
proud of your age.
post photos.
Yeah.
when you post photos, like just be yourself. Like you're who you are, and like it's so
And
rare.
frankly speaking, having wrinkles and stuff like that, it's like your trophy of what you earn, you know, your life experiences. It's all written on my face. This is, you know, the thing I've been through.
Right. Do you
Yeah.
really feel that
I'm
way?
still trying to convince myself.
Yeah, I don't feel that way. I'm afraid.
讲而已, only 讲而已.
It's still a journey. It's still
Yeah.
a journey.
Right. But Yixin, okay, do you have like stereotypes of older people?
Ooh.
Stereotypes of older
Yeah.
people.
You want to say first, so I got time to.
Yeah, you can start planning your attack, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I wouldn't necessarily say stereotypes, but I think a common term we always use is like boomers. But that's only because it's just endearing. Okay, for me and my friends, we usually use it as a term of like an endearing term. We'll be like, oh my god, you're such a boomer. Like it's a very, I guess it's not, we don't see it as an insult. We see it more of a tease, right? But it's a stereotype in a way where, for example, if you're using Instagram or you like certain behaviors on Instagram or social media like Twitter, Facebook, when you over explain yourself or like especially my dad, oh my god, he's so
What?
supportive. I love him so much. But my friends all love it when he comments on my post because like, wow, I love the vitality you're showing in this post. And I'm like, that is
Okay, I'll try to be
that is
involved.
so you,
I'm gonna be
man.
there.
I guess like people our generation and age can definitely tell a person.
Yeah, start using words like slay.
Yeah, I
So it's
recently
like-
taught him that.
Yeah,
I was like, slay.
slay.
But I think he overused it lah.
Really?
Yeah, you need to find a context. You
Oh,
can anyhow.
okay, balance it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, that's really funny. Or like the good morning photos, like messages in the morning. Like it's definitely, you know, it's from a certain generation that would actually do that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I wouldn't say it's a stereotype if you're talking about like, I mean, I'm sharing based off my own
So
experience.
kind of you. Oh, she's very nice.
I mean, like other behavioral traits would be like the way they post their photos.
Oh yeah.
I think it's so cute. I think the way y'all post your photos, especially the way my dad edits his videos, is so epic.
Oh,
Really?
what is it?
Is it good or
I
bad?
need to know.
Packed with transitions, you know, like it's like a swirl out, swirl in, and then jump in, jump out. I love it. And it's cute, what? It's cute.
So younger people won't do that.
I would say it's a different style. It's a different type.
Yeah, I guess
It's
they
no
got.
right or wrong.
They have lesser patience. You know,
Right.
they are like so busy, and we are
Wow,
trying.
see?
Yeah, am I right?
Stereotyping us.
Stereotyping. Okay. No fight. But basically, for the younger people, like my younger self as well. I'm not saying you.
Okay.
Okay. We tend to have this different perspective about the older people. Like they are stubborn, they are naggy, and they can be out of touch. You know, but in reality, we are actually resilient. We are caring, and we are selectively in the loop.
Right.
Yeah, because over time we realize how to conserve and preserve our energy.
Right. As you grow older, do you
And
think
I
you've
guess-
kind of changed? From,
Oh, sorry again?
Do you think you've kind of changed from your younger self in any
Oh,
way?
definitely.
What ways?
Well, life taught me a lot. I think there's one word I learned is being humble. You know, you believe everything there is. I'm not that invincible. You know, you have to respect life in a way that you respect yourself, your health, not everything you're gonna chiong. I start to calculate risks, and I'm not taking risks that
Often anymore.
very often anymore. I calculate my risks. So yeah.
But I would say like my dad actually, I think I'm very proud of him because him and my mom has really set a really nice environment to talk about a lot of things. They're very open, and I think it also comes with the fact that they're in this industry, so they're very, very open to a lot of social ideas. But having conversations with my friends, I know that it is hard. You know, even talking about like the LGBTQ plus AIA community, and also even mental health itself is also a very not talked about topic in the family. Even being in this industry, the art scene is also a bit hard to talk about and be brought up at the dinner table. So I think that is something that we usually do have
Yeah.
conversational topics
Yeah.
that we face issues with I would say between like our age gap.
Right.
Is
Yeah.
there age gap? But the fact that we always keep that communication channel clear. Of course, at times when we exchange topic, we do, have a little spark here and there, but we iron it out with good intention because it's a way for us to get to understand them. And then one thing to mention is all her schoolmates and friends are all like my daughter and son. So we keep that very close community. They always come to my house. Hello, daddy. Hello, papa. Hello, uncle. So they just lie around, chill, everything. Having that said, they messed up the floor last night.
But you
That's so fun.
Honestly, I
just
would
love
say
it.
you're young. Like mentally, I feel like energy-wise, he is younger than all of us.
Oh,
Like he's super active.
yeah.
Well, he really like most of the time when he like engages like conversation with us is just whoa. But he's also very keen on learning, and I think that is very very important.
right.
Oh, thank you so
Yeah.
much.
You know,
Thank you
with
for sharing.
with your parents both in showbiz, do you think they're like younger than maybe your friends' parents? Do they portray themselves younger or act younger?
I think it's really all about the mindset. Constantly
Maybe.
being exposed to newer things, like you're being forced out of your comfort zone. Even my manager, I'm not gonna expose her age lah, huh? It's up to her to share. But
Well-
like a lot of people are so shocked by her age. Not that it's a shocking age,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
I'm just saying that, like, the energy shows, and
Yeah.
outwardly it also reflects how you feel, how you behave, how you living life at its fullest. It really shows the youthfulness
Yeah.
you encapsulate,
And
and
you'll be amazed at conversation, the topics they can talk.
Right.
And for me and my daughter, because there's this oriental values that I'm still the dad, she's still the daughter. There's certain topic that we're a bit paiseh to talk about.
Do your kids keep you young or do they make you feel old?
They give me the vitality, and I wanted
Vitality.
so much to spend more all my time with them. So I have to make sure I condition myself well, in be it mentally or physically, so I'm able to be with them. I don't want to burden them. So I guess this is the boomers our generation, our mentality. Our time, this time for us, including you yourself, we have to look after our parents.
the
Correct?
sandwich generation.
Yeah, and we're going to make sure that we don't give them much trouble. So there's so much things we have to do. We have to balance it well.
Right.
So this is our duty and responsibility. It's our privilege.
Do you remember your father when he was like 62?
Yes, I can remember when I was her age, looking at my uncle, really stereotype is once they hit 50 or 60, it's really you can't tell the difference 50, 60 and 70 already. And now it's very different. It's very different. Yeah.
Right. And I mean, Edmund, you do look very young.
Oh, the lights lah. I have to thank them for it. Thank you for the wonderful lighting.
You don't say too early yet. You do.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
the
I can't see the monitor. Maybe I need a reflector. Something white to reflect.
Kidding.
Oh, this
Yeah.
light, let me check.
But you do have like a head full of hair and you've kept your weight and all. Is it a
Yes.
deliberate attempt to
No.
stay young?
It's actually, it started off, I used to challenge my limits, but now I just want to touch my limit. I realized when it hit 60, you're like a broken sink. The water is leaking somehow or rather, and you're losing muscle every day. And I used to do a little bit and you see an inch, your muscle growth. But now it's just like you do 100 and just barely maintaining it. I just want to maintain my water level and just, not for aesthetic purpose, but just for stability, agility, and things that I'm able to function. So I'll be able to be with them to climb
TLDR,
mountain.
he's
and-
just very blessed, lah, huh?
I'm
I think
blessed. I
people
gotta
our
thank my
age, right, also
parents.
cannot achieve whatever he's achieved.
Right.
All my male friends be like, oh my god, how does your dad? Oh my, that your dad? Oh my god, that's your dad. And they'll show, oh my god, that's your dad. And I'm like,
Yeah, they're so lovely. They're so supportive.
oh god, your dad's so hot. I'm like,
And
tell me
it's not
this.
for any aesthetic purpose anymore, but it's just that I enjoy me time. So as you age, I don't know, it happens it happens to me. I have a lot of information when I'm alone. So I decided to walk and just to do something physical, just a little me time. Yeah. So I no longer chase after KPI. I enjoy the journey. And while you enjoy the journey, you have the result and with minimal stress.
Your mom is also very into like keeping fit and all.
I think for my mom, she's definitely very busy with work, and I think they have very different priorities. Like for my dad, his happiness really comes from the family, like being there for us, and we're so grateful that he's so present in our lives. But for my mom, like her main source of joy, I mean, apart from the family, is definitely being able to act. Mainly, her purpose is to be able to perform, showcase her talent, and I think that is a priority. And with that comes with having to keep fit. And I think it links up to ageism as well. I think
Yes.
also specifically women, it's so hard to really diversify the roles that you take part in. The moment you hit maybe 35, you're immediately categorized to being a mother. A mother with a sad backstory or not. And I think that itself is definitely something I would love for the community and society to actually spotlight on as well. Recently, though, I've been seeing progress. Anne Hathaway and like Nicole Kidman getting roles where they have a younger partner, like they're being the main stars in it. But I think previously, historically, men and male has been having more of that role. They are also allowed to try out different roles, be a policeman, have main roles as
true.
policemen, all types of things. So, yeah, I think for my mom, she's definitely going through that process. But also, tying in with her age, I feel that in that tradition and culture, it's more of you gotta do what you gotta do. They hardly ever complain, which is definitely why my dad keeps saying, why are you so ungrateful? Why you keep complaining? Oh my god, like blueberry, strawberry, snowflake, all these kind of terms starts to come up, right? But sometimes I do get upset for my parents as well, seeing how they're being taken advantage of in this industry and they don't know how to say no because it's paise, or you're being ungrateful, or you're
Or less
just
vocal as well.
being problematic. You're being a prima donna, you're being a diva, and it's so hard for them to voice out in this industry, I would say personally.
Yeah.
Do you think ageism hits women more, especially if you're, in an industry where you're kind of in the spotlight?
Yeah.
Like, you could be cast as the boyfriend of a 60-year-old and a 24-year-old
Right.
could
Yeah.
be cast, but not the other way around for your
Yeah.
mom and,
Yeah.
like someone your brother's age, right?
Yeah. But having that said, I'm beginning to see more and more productions that
Touching on this
Yeah, they're
subject.
touching on that. And the society is becoming more receptive.
Yeah,
I
even
think
for
that's very
girls my
positive.
age.
Yeah.
Like the moment we hit 21, like even my age 24, I mean, I'm really getting comments saying like, oh yeah, she's a bit older. I mean, I get it because this industry does start very, very, very young. 16 years old. Like, I mean, Billie Eilish started when she was like 14 years old. It's crazy how fast this is going.
And
But
this is what happened to Yixin. Sorry, I just have to cut because at that time, after her poly, and probably we wanted her to continue her studies, but at the time she got wonderful invitation and opportunity to be in the media. So we thought in this line it's more like a 青春饭. You can only do it when you're only young once. You probably can go back to school after you gain some experience and things. So we decided to let her, have this window opportunity to try.
Yeah, an
And it comes
example
out
why
well.
I'm so grateful for them, because I'm sure it is not a widely supported decision to put studies on hold for that opportunity. But I'm very grateful that they did. And they also understood that right now, multi-hyphenate is considered a job. Like being on social media is considered a job. I still get comments from my friends' parents like, "Oh, so when are you going back to study? What are you working now? Like, what is your job? Like, what are you working as?"
Yeah, I think I asked
Yeah.
you that too.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. So it's just a bunch of things that has been. I mean, we are great. I mean, we're very lucky.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
They proved themselves. I was quite skeptical. I said, what can you do on social media? I don't even do social media. It's just like, it's so intangible, posting your private life and things like that. But they're literally, it's a profession. It's like, they are actually a broadcast station themselves, They are able to share information and things like that. They're able to generate certain income for themselves. And I think this is something amazing, and we have to respect what they're doing, so long they're on the right track. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I kind of think our generation kind of fear aging, but
We do.
well, we do, right? Do you think your generation will approach aging in a
Yeah,
different
they're
way?
too young to say that.
That's
I only
true.
I
have
think
that.
all generations will definitely come to a point where they fear. I think it's not of like a generational issue, but more of like an individual perspective. I know many people. I know people like my dad's age that embraces their age. Oh my god, it's now my time to travel around the world. Yes, finally my kids are no longer. It's a mindset. Yeah, and I know friends who are afraid of aging because of the opportunities that they will get in the industry. I'm talking based on my context, right? But I also know, I mean, like for my male friends, they're excited to be getting older because that shows like, oh, they're gonna get more roles because like, oh, now they got the 男人 with the masculinity. It's different. I think it's so different. It's true. Unfortunate, but I mean, it's not an unfortunate thing. Also,
Yeah, you
it's
just
just
have to
how it
embrace
is.
it. When I was younger, I wanted to grow facial hair. I want to look old. I want to have mustache. I try to squeeze a few wrinkles here and there. You want recognition you're being mature. And now we're at this spot. Now we wanted to look younger and things like putting on jeans, try to blue color, try to look like so I can close up the gap and things like that. So I think recognizing your condition and embrace it, and I think that's cool. And there's nothing you can do because this is a natural process of aging. You just have to embrace it and have fun. Recognizing and having the awareness is very important. Don't do things that is beyond your limit. Yeah. And what we have is wisdom, so we can use that to you see, what we encountered before was an experience that they are not experiencing. I had that stage of having 5, 6 members of us sharing 2 fish, and everybody kiam. And second day, whatever, the leftovers put in a pot and we cook it again and we eat it tomorrow. But nowadays, they have the luxuries of having each of them a fish. So these are the experience that we had that they don't. So normally you make a decision is because of the experience you have and are able to make a judgment. So it's very difficult for them it's not fair for them to follow exactly what's our decision and judgment because they have their own, growing up experiences and things like that. So having this communication to understand each other, it's a very important balance.
Right. And Yixin, I mean, do you have any advice for old people? Because I feel one of the qualms about aging is how they are perceived among younger people.
I don't see myself in any position to give advice to them because really, ultimately, as much as we do lead very different lifestyles now, wisdom and experience is still the greatest teacher. And I think our generations should still harbor that great amount of respect towards the generations that come before us. And I think as someone from, being born in 2000, I think it's important that we still practice humility. Yes, I think also on social media, I think sometimes we can get ahead of ourselves. We we might think we know better. I mean, sometimes, right, situationally, but I still think we should not treat them as.
No, I'm so glad that
Oh, okay.
we have that Asian
Take the wheel.
we have that Asian values because we do give our respects to. You see, every year I make sure that initially when it first started, we have kneeled down to during Chinese New Year to my parents and to Xiang Yun's parents to collect their ampao. And then after a while, my parents said, "No lah, let's not do that." But they insist, and I'm so happy that the kids think that this is very important. It's a little gesture, but I think it shows the value of respecting the senior. And skills and technology we can learn through taking courses and upgrade ourselves. But wisdom and life experiences is you really have to live through it and you have to earn it. So so I really appreciate that we have that channel that we can share, because at times I don't want to be outcast as a senior. So they are the majority. So I have to understand their culture and I have to come in order to communicate with them. And also for them to give us the room to accommodate us. This is amazing balance.
Right.
Yeah, I think in the fact that the nature of their jobs is to be very in touch with their emotions and feelings, I think that really helps a lot to be able to articulate how they feel with us. I think the fact that they are able to explain to us how they feel certain times,
Right.
a bit too much sometimes.
Yeah.
But
it's like dancing. When you back, I inch in, or you come in, it's just that we need to, during COVID, we really experience it because
Wow.
we're trapped in a small space.
Oh.
Can you imagine? And every day I step into my zone. They explode.
You step into my zone?
Okay, whatever.
Wow.
So a lot of explosion going on. So the thing is, suddenly we registered that, hey, okay, she's a big girl now. And especially in this track parameter, we must learn to adjust and read a little bit. I cannot just take it for granted. She's my daughter and forever my daughter. Yes, she is. Yeah, I even told her
he's
next
still
time you're 80.
practicing that lah, huh? I don't think he's still
Yeah lah,
accepted the fact that
lah.
I'm 24.
Yeah lah, next time you're 80,
oh.
I still love you and I still care for you.
Of course lah.
lah.
I still also love you. No, but
Of
the thing
course.
is, he'll be like, 7 p.m. already.
Okay,
Where
okay.
are you?
I try to tone down. I used to like 100% neggy, but now I said, okay, lapse up. I read,
see
I
the
try to read.
progress.
We're reading it, we're dancing, so we're like,
You know why now? Because he doesn't ask me. He will ask my manager what's Yixin up to.
yeah,
Then my poor manager
this is-
cannot say
this
no,
is
right?
wisdom, because sometimes I cannot.
Yeah, wisdom.
And why the fact that I write stories? Okay, it started off.
What?
It started off when I'm trying to. They're growing up, especially my son. I'm trying to tell him, hey, how to be a 孝顺, how to be a filial son. And then especially I think this guy at the time this one more vocal. This one say, hey, why you scared that next time we don't 照顾 you, is it? When you're old? He said, oh. So I start writing stories. I try to create characters that become their friends. So it's like someone is telling you to be filial. Someone is telling you to be kind. Not your dad.
Well, he's so smart, but actually
Because
I completely know what is his main agenda.
Because
this whole
top
time.
down, you're always not receptive to top down. So now I got tired of writing stories. I'm using her manager. How are you using her manager?
Oh,
Hey,
my
Kelly.
friends eh.
Oh, yeah, your
Yixin,
friends.
no. Oh, he like, oh, blah, blah, blah's name. Yixin has work tomorrow, don't stay up too late.
Yeah, agak-agak, you know what I mean?
Or purposely, tomorrow, or like last night. Tomorrow the podcast, what time,
Yeah, last night, it
10
happened last
o'clock,
night.
right? Oh, yeah, that means you have to wake up at 8 a.m.,
it's that.
What time is it now?
I used to say,
I'm like-
hey, sleep early, tomorrow got job. Okay, now last night, I changed, improve also. lah.
But do you think he has got more
Hey,
naggy?
tomorrow,
Oh, he's always naggy.
What, me? It's because it's caring.
Yes.
Yeah, it's caring in a good way.
Okay, it's been really
Everything,
interesting. So, any last words on ageism and how we should approach it? I'll start with Yixin.
Thanks.
I
I'm
think
more vocal, isn't it?
how we can approach ageism is having more of these conversation, being able to having more conversation where a third party can also facilitate conversations between people of the different generations, not only from my generation. I mean, now there's generation alpha. Oh my god. Okay, yeah. So I think being able to keep an open mind, being able to also understand. I think, and be patient. I think patience is one of the key elements to approaching ageism. And yeah, I think I've been very privileged and blessed to be surrounded with people who are very, very open-minded. But I know individuals who are out there struggling specifically with ageism, and I do hope that this podcast and whatever you're doing now does make a huge impact on people like that.
I hope
I
so
second
too.
to that. I really second to that. It's like we have to practice inclusivity. You know, I didn't realize I hit 60 until I start receiving letters that, hey, you can put your picture on a passion card. I said, why? Why should I put my picture?
Sensitive.
And then, hey, you got, sensitive, I get really sensitive. Because I was like, I forgot, what's the difference? Because I don't feel touch wood, I don't feel anything. I'm doing good. And then, hey, you got special rate, no, if you watch TV, cinema movie. And then you got reserved seat, no, you go MRT. I said, wow, hi, all the privilege. So it's an amazing thing that the society are picking up things like that, and we are all learning, especially them, to be more accommodative, and the inclusivity is being practiced, and we feel good about it.
Having these incentives kind of make aging a bit more fun for them.
Yeah.
It's a bittersweet moment, but it's like, man, I'm experiencing this, but okay, like free stuff.
There's still a little room to improve, though. I mean, in Singapore, it can be, because I led a tour yesterday to Batam. So actually, it was wrong. I should pick a later date. No, I got
Why?
so tan and so
It's
painful.
okay.
Now. Okay, the fact that I brought a group of my age group people, go to Batam. We had dinner and dance, and everyone started dancing. They said you can do that in Singapore. I mean, I saw them enjoying themselves. They kept dancing for like 2 hours non-stop. They twist and do whatever thing. But in Singapore, they feel a bit shy. So I think that's every one of us. We know that we embrace happiness, So I think our society can be a bit more receptive and a little bit more fun. The aged friends can have a little more space to do their own things, and actually they're all doing it. Especially I saw a few younger my children. They're having fun, volunteers with the
Elderly.
I don't use the word elderly lah. The new senior. yeah. That's really good.
Right.
Yeah.
So thanks very much. I think Yixin, captured it very well when she said it's bittersweet.
Yeah, it's a bittersweet thing.
Right?
Yes, it
Aging
is.
is kind of bittersweet.
Yeah.
But to get here, I guess, is better than not getting there.
You all deserve a pat on the back. Because I'd be like, oh my god, like sometimes I'm like, oh my god, like existential crisis. Then I look at my dad like, oh yeah, he's been through like 60 years more than I have.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
it is.
And also, like to speak out to also touch on my generation, I think it's important to remind yourself that your parents are also going through life the first time as well as you are, and I think you should spare them a bit more with grace and understanding that they're also trying out their first time, being a parent, doing everything for the first time as well. So yeah, I think it's important to remember that. Yeah.
Wow, this one.
Why?
Just give me 1 second.
You're gonna
Wait.
cry? No one to cheat, look at the camera and cry.
No. I won't do that. I'll do it.
And can he
but
cry?
it is true because, when I was younger, look at my uncle. It's just, hey, these people are experienced people and things.
Yeah.
But for the fact that now I'm 60, I'm new in this chapter. There's so much thing. I start to realize I have different experience of my physical condition, my mental health, my limitation, my ability. It's a lot of new adjustments. So I'm learning. I'm new in this chapter as well.
We're all doing life together.
Yeah,
for the
and
first
they're exploring their life because they have a lot of. It's a new world. It's a new game every day. So having that mutual understanding and able to accommodate each other, it's very, very important.
Yeah. But I also must speak for my generation.
Yeah, I'm
You
speaking
also
on your
must
behalf.
understand,
also.
right, that sometimes we still need to. You cannot rob us away from the experience of
是的，
making mistakes.
是的，
你懂吗？哈，我们应该有自己的 experience. We must
是，是。
have our own experiences.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Like you have had your fair share of parties and drinking. We still also
Hey,
can
I
have.
don't
We
drink.
have the
Okay,
right. Oh,
stop,
you never
stop.
drink?
No. Okay, cut. Okay, the thing is, I never even use
Never
the word. You know, my
party,
uncle, my parents, they always use that word. No, listen and do it. 因为我吃的盐比你吃米多 then I got nothing to say. No, gonna checkmate. No, cannot say. Hey, I never use that word on you. No, I said okay. You know, I never say I. 我吃盐比你吃米多
You never say that specifically,
Yeah,
but
never.
maybe say I am your father, listen to me. Something
I
around
I
that.
very low salt intake also. No, you know, very healthy.
Wow,
you know.
healthy,
Yeah.
very healthy. Yeah, see, this is how he got his six pack.
Right.
But yeah, I think yeah, you need to understand that we have to experience things on our own.
Yeah,
Despite,
of course.
even though we also still have the respect towards you guys.
Yeah, totally agree.
you need to
So we need
understand.
to do that adjustment.
So thanks very much, Edmund and Yixin. You know, I think you're both a very good example of people of different ages living very harmoniously together.
Thank you so much. We are a work in progress. Okay, this is we literally say this 3 times, so the action is a bit more awkward. Can you be more excited?
I am.
Yeah.
Internally, I'm like, wow.
But also thank you to you, credits to you for
Yeah.
facilitating this conversation between the two of us.
Yeah, I very
because-
激动 until lots of words.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
you almost
it's-
着香 like 3-4 times already.
No, for the fact that you need a moderator at times to, to have a very healthy
If
conversation.
you notice, he has not had proper eye contact with me. He's so awkward.
No, because my left profile is no good. So I tried to turn to my right. I cannot look at you like that. So we got problem taking pictures together because her right profile is better.
Okay,
and I got
digressing.
Okay.
Yeah, tio.
So we know each other so well. So you got a better left profile
Okay.
also.
Yeah, that's good actually. What's your take on ageism in Singapore? Tell us in the comments section below. You can also write in to Sumiko at 60 by emailing me at sumiko@sph.com.sg. In the next episode, I'll be talking about friendships when you age. Join me again for Sumiko at 60. Until then, goodbye.